got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. At the 20-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another touch for Davis Price. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cards will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Jones. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, these are the situations that come up in practice and are talked about all the time. This is as tough as it gets for a defense. They've got to defend a very short field after that turnover. They're not home yet, but a really nice job there pushing them backwards on 1st and goal.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try and run. Here's Davis Price. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll try and run for it with Davis Price. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Davis Price with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Jones now on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Oh, fighting off the defender. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll go to Barkley again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down, Giants.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Graham Gano on for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run by Davis Price. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Jackson. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Barkley. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chalk. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Barkley again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gano for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Holmes returning from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Murray now on first down. Completion here to Claypool. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Davis Price will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Again, it's Davis Price. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Going for it, here's Davis Price. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
The Cardinal field goal on 23-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Jones on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they talked about, hey, We just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really high level.
They've been hot so far. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun, Murray. He's got his running back out of the backfield. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Murray now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Jones wants to change it up. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Go Cyclone! Go Cyclone! Go Cyclone! Great.
Jones now throwing on first down. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Zaven Collins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there it's silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Holmes returning from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Off play action. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. Off the play fake. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And award that sack to Boogie Basham. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Holmes returning from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down at 7. Off the play fake, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Xavier Collins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
remember throughout my career here, defensive coach would always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 25-yard line.
Throwing Jones.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Gano the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Sit down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.